FICO recently announced it's making changes to its credit scoring model, and these new rules expected to be rolled out over the summer and likely is going to have a negative effect on millennials. Let's bring in SitusAMC Managing Director Tim Rood. Tim, good morning.
Hey, Cheryl, how are you?
Good. So, these millennials are just, this generation is just trying to get out of student debt. They're trying to get out of their parents' basement. They're trying to get work. These new rules for FICO seem to really hurt them because they are so credit card dependent. Is that going to be an economic negative, do you think?
I think it will be. Hey, Cheryl. So, one of the things going into this, look, we're going into a home buying season, which, in any market, but now you've got a home buying season that's really fueled by millennial prospective home buyers. So this is one of the bigger issues about this. What FICO has done is basically changed the way that they calculate your credit score. It's going to affect 110 million credit-worthy borrowers. Now what's going to happen is they'll look at your utilization of credit and they'll look at your performance payments with credit, and they're going to be a little more negative associated with folks who are overusing credit or not paying. The challenge as it relates to millennials, for example, particularly in the home purchase segment, is that they tend to be very minimal users of credit. They might use a debit card, but they might have a student loan debt that's probably on deferment. So some of the legacy, more kind of legacy credit systems like FICO are going to be very exclusionary, and they're not going to see or pick up maybe 20% of those millennials, so you won't be able to score them. They won't be able to qualify for credit. And that's why you've seen a lot of the regulators and even lawmakers pass laws to embrace some of the new credit models that are out there, like VantageScore, for example, that are going to score more people and be more diplomatic, objective around basically the risks inherent in a credit report.
Well, yeah, because to your point of going back to the real estate market, because we've already got prices that are going higher, inventory is low, and we need the millennial generation to start buying homes, especially as baby boomers retire, downsize. That house needs to be sold to someone that's younger, and I think it's like 40 million people because of this change are going to watch their FICO score negatively get affected. We have a graphic to show our viewers, and I bet you 80% of the people watching the show have no idea what their FICO score is. You really should find out, by the way. Go to Experian and find out. But, it goes up to 850, but most people, I think, are kind of between that fair and that good range. It's going to be interesting to see how these numbers shift over the summer, Tim.
Yeah, one of the challenges is that already millennials have a deflated credit score. They're in the 670 range when credit worthy, a good credit, is 680. Now you compound that with these changes that FICO is putting, it just puts a bigger barrier in terms of the millennials who are trying to fight their way out of their parents' basement, break into the home buying market, participate in the wealth building opportunities. If they can't even qualify because of these credit changes and among some other things, it's really going to be a downer for the housing market and set these millennials up for a life of renting and losing that wealth creation opportunity of home ownership.
If any millennials watching right now, or anybody actually in general, what you don't want to do under this rule change is to get a personal loan to pay off credit card debt and then re-rack up the credit card debt. Bad idea under this new law that's going to be hitting these new guidelines this summer. It's something else. Tim Rood, thank you very much for being here. It's good to see you.